They've been lying to you about Bitcoin's next move, and it's really pissing me off. It needs to stop right now. They said this time was different. They said that the ETF was going to explode Bitcoin because there's so much new money in the market. They said a whole bunch of shenanigans about price action and where they thought Bitcoin was going to go. But where is all of that? What's happened instead? Well, Bitcoin's done the exact same thing for 12 years, and there's hidden clues about when you should be buying Bitcoin in the coming weeks. I'm gonna drop that huge clue based on complete facts today. But to show you evidence for Bitcoin doing the exact same thing for 12 years, well, here we go. Phase 2, 2012, rallied up to this yellow line and got rejection. Phase 2, 2016, rallied up to this yellow line and got rejection. Phase 2, 2020, rallied up to this line and got rejection. 2023, Phase 2, rallied up to this yellow line, got rejection. Into 2024. And here we are today. Bitcoin has a huge clue in this chart right here on when you should be buying. We're gonna base it on complete facts, and we're gonna uncover these ridiculous, dirty lies that you've been told, and we're gonna uncover the facts so you leave this video with a sense of calm and clarity about how to make a lot more money in 2024 by throwing those lies in the garbage. To show love, I'm making a free altcoin trade alert bonus video. This will be emailed directly to you if you're on my email list. If you're not, you better sign up right now. It takes 3 seconds and it's free. On top of that, for free, you're also going to get behind the scenes charts that are not shown here on YouTube. And as you love, altcoin trade alert setups that are not shown here, emailed directly to you every week for free. No hidden charges, none of that BS. Just awesome stuff for free. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Again, that's cryptocrewuniversity.com. Don't miss out on this. Welcome in if you're new. My name is Steve. On this channel, we don't take any paid ads, no paid sponsorships, no paid affiliate links. What do we do instead? We uncover cold, hard facts in the charts that actually help you. The only thing I ask in return is that you hit the subscribe button, put a thumbs up on this video. That's it. Let's jump straight into the video. What we have in front of us is a beautiful chart. Bitcoin US dollar index, we're on the weekly chart. What do we have above? We have price action above with 2 distinct moving averages, arguably the 2 most important moving averages in all of crypto. We have the 200 MA and the 50 MA. Obviously, we're on the weekly chart, so it's the 50 week and the 200 week. Right? Middle of our screen, RSI, so important. Huge clues about to be dropped right here before your eyes. There is a distinct pattern that's been playing out for 12 years, and it's gonna help you figure out when to buy Bitcoin. That's your big thing right now is like, hey, when do I enter this market? It's coming quick, and it's gonna be dropping with a huge clue at the bottom of our chart. That's the Stochastic RSI. When you hear Stochastic RSI, I want you to think momentum. Where is our momentum? Well, right now, our momentum is heading into the abyss. Our momentum is heading down, but that's by design. However, we can use this to articulate when to buy Bitcoin because every 6 months, like clockwork, Bitcoin sends a big signal to the market. The masses usually don't hear it. The herd, they're usually frantically running like their head cut off all over the place. Every day changing their mind. Bitcoin up, Bitcoin down, Bitcoin up, Bitcoin down. However, if you remain level-headed, you look at the facts in the charts, you realize every 6 months, like clockwork, Bitcoin sends out a ridiculously large buy signal. Most of the people have completely no idea about this signal. Until now, I will unveil it to you in this video. But let's first start with what's been happening in this RSI. There are so many clues right in front of our eyes of what Bitcoin is going to do, right? Now, before we get into all of this, it would be easy to say now what's going to happen next. It would be a little bit difficult if we were in the midst of rallying up to this yellow line and there's a lot of hope in the market and the ETF was about to be approved. At that time, we had no idea that the ETF would be approved or not or what it would do. But as we were rallying up to this yellow line, this is what I had to say. Roll the clip. Here we are today. We're at phase 2, but we're almost at this yellow line. Expect us to see some resistance at this yellow line. So what we used here is just specific evidence in the chart that says, hey, we're in phase 2 right now, not up for debate. We were in phase 2 in 2012. We rallied up to this exact level and then had pretty heavy resistance. And then in 2016, we did the exact same thing with very heavy resistance. And then in 2020, we did the same thing again. And then in 2023, what did we do? Well, we just did the exact same thing that we've been doing this whole time. What I want you to do is, this is one of the key lessons I learned when I was entering the trading markets in the year 2000. I was 16 years old. I was trying to figure things out. I was always paying attention to the news. I was always paying attention to the narrative, and that destroyed my mind. It destroyed my ability to make any sort of money. I lost all sorts of trades. And after all of these years, this is what I realized. What I want you to do is focus solely on the facts in the charts. There's all sorts of news articles that are going to come out. They're going to come out next week and the week after, and especially in 2024, it's just going to be going crazy. But in order to make sound decisions, you have to go based on the facts and the charts. And what you will often have this conversation with yourself is, how the hell are we going to get rejected from this yellow line and the ETF was about to be approved? How the hell is that going to happen? You don't have to wonder how, just focus on the facts, right? So what we also talked about back then was what we thought would happen next in Bitcoin. Yes, we thought we would get rejected from this yellow line because it happened every time. But what happens next is the key. And we had some key clues that we were looking for in the chart in terms of, well, how much time will it take and where would we be? This is what we had to say back then. Roll the clip. Fall back into the 50s, which we did in 2012 and 2016. Precisely following that 84 rejection. So what we understood was, okay, we're going to get rejected. What did we do the other times we got rejected? Because it happened multiple times. Well, if you go back to 2012 and you look at this rejection, right? Within 70-ish days, we had sort of our bottom in the market where we came back to test our market structure. The prior resistance of phase 1 was our support in phase 2, and we came back down to test that support, and that usually brought us within 70 days back down to our support level, and it brought us in the RSI in the 50s, meaning we dropped from an 84 RSI level on the weekly all the way into the 50s within 70 days. And that generally marked our market structure bottom of phase 2, right? The same exact thing could be said for 2016, verbatim, where we rallied all the way up to this 84 level. And within 70-ish days, we came crashing down into the 50s. And we also, in price action, came back down to test our base, which was our prior resistance of phase 1. Our prior resistance of phase 1 is our market structure support in phase 2. We crash all the way down to that support within 70-ish days, and it leaves us with an RSI of around in the 50s, okay? So the verbatim from 2012 is verbatim for 2016. And then we're on this track, we're on this journey together in crypto, and we have to weed through all the noise, right? We got to sift through all of this chaos because crypto is an absolute earthquake. Right? It's like being on a roller coaster every day of your life. In order to control that roller coaster, if you just look at the big picture, right? Instead of looking at every move the roller coaster does up and down, if you're looking off into the distance, you can see what is coming. To show love, I'm making a free altcoin trade alert bonus video. This will be emailed directly to you if you're on my email list. If you're not, you better sign up right now. It takes 3 seconds and it's free. On top of that, for free, you're also going to get behind the scenes charts that are not shown here on YouTube. And as you love, altcoin trade alert setups that are not shown here, emailed directly to you every week for free. No hidden charges, none of that BS. Just awesome stuff for free. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Again, that's cryptocrewuniversity.com. Don't miss out on this. Instead of all the emotion of the up and down, you can see the distance. You can see what's coming. That's what I want you to do. So we had 2012, 2016 verbatim. The exact verbatim could be said about 2023, 2024, phase 2 of the Bitcoin bull run, right? And now again, most people will say, oh, Bitcoin just started its bull run. No, Bitcoin started its bull run in January of last year. That's a bona fide fact, right? In fact, in February, we made a video claiming that Bitcoin has either just entered the bull run or is just about to. Roll that clip. We are either just about to start our bull run or we may have just started our bull run. What you want to do is remain level-headed, right? Now we're looking at it and we say, okay, 2012 verbatim, 2016 verbatim, 2023, what did we do? We rallied up to this yellow line, which is 84 in the weekly chart. And then we started crashing down and everyone's like, oh my God, what's going to happen? The ETF's approved. We're about to go sky high. But we continued going down and we continued going down. And what we did is there was a huge clue here, right? We had this pivot high here when price reached a high of about 44, right? Our next was a higher high. We went from 44 up to about 48, 49. That is a higher high. That is not up for debate. 48, 49 is higher than 44. We made a higher high in the chart. Not up for debate. This is not my opinion. At the same time, we made a lower high in the RSI, which is also not up for debate. This is called bearish divergence. This is not my emotional opinion. These are just facts in the charts. Anytime you have price doing one direction and your indicator doing the other, there's divergence there. And there's usually bullish divergence or bearish divergence. In our case, we have bearish divergence. This is not up for debate. We have bearish divergence in the chart, right? This is not good, okay? So we got rejection from this 84. We have bearish divergence happening. Price really hasn't seen that play out yet. Guess what will happen soon? The price will play out. The price is going to catch up to this divergence. Mark my words. A lot of people are like, you know what? There's no way we're dropping under 40. Look at the comments of some of my past videos in this past month, because we've been saying it's inevitable that Bitcoin's going to drop below 40. And it's all in the charts, and it's nothing to panic about, and it's an incredible opportunity to buy. You go back in the comments, Steve, I know you've been right for all of these times. This time you're wrong. There's no way in hell we're going below 40. The ETF is going to be approved, and boom, 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 boom. Lie, 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 lie. Go read all of the comments. Tons of comments all over my videos. Steve, you've been right a lot, but this time you're wrong. No way in hell. Okay, we're here and you're looking at this divergence. I just told you this is not up for debate. This is divergence. You can see in the chart that the divergence hasn't really played out in price yet. Guess what's coming? All right. So here we are, right? We're down here into this territory right now as we speak of about 64 in this weekly RSI. So how many days has it been? Because we talked about that 70-ish days. It's been 49 days. It's been 49 days since you and I had that discussion of, hey, watch the hell out. We're going up to this yellow line. Watch out for some resistance. We've seen it play out now for 49 days. We're right on schedule. 49 days, we dropped all the way down into the low 60s. Where did I tell you that we needed to go based on our prior structures? Into that 50-ish area, right? Back then we were 57 here, and then in 2016 we're about 54. We're right into that 57, 54 area. Watch the structure here. We do have some nice structure hanging out at 58. We'll see how that plays. But what I want you to do more importantly than watching this structure is really what's happening at the bottom of our chart, the stochastic RSI, our momentum. This is where a big clue is going to take action. And it's a clue that's really going to take everybody by surprise, because once we do drop below 40, the whole narrative will shift, and everybody that was screaming the ETF is going to skyrocket prices, those same people will be screaming we're going to go a lot lower. And guess what? We're not going to. It's all played out into the charts. Okay, I want you to have more respect for the charts and more respect for facts, and I want you to take narratives and lies and throw them in the garbage. It's a very difficult thing to do, but again, I want you to stay level-headed and calm when this turmoil starts to come, because when the turmoil starts to come, this is when you should be drooling from the mouth. There's going to be an incredible buying opportunity that I'm about to illustrate right here. So when everyone is panicking and all of your friends who are in crypto are calling you up, oh my God, this is it, we're going to crash down to 10,000, whatever the crazy stuff they tell you, it's just not going to happen. This is what's going to happen instead. What Bitcoin is going to do is the same thing it's always done. It's going to come back to these levels, which retests our base, and our base is our prior resistance to phase one. Here, again, when we crash down here, we crash down to this level. Why? This was our base. This was our prior resistance of phase one. That's why we crashed down here. Why did we crash down here back in 2012? This was our base. This was our prior resistance of phase one. So if you ask yourself, holy cow, where are we going to crash down to? Nobody will know. Guess what? It's likely that Bitcoin crashes all the way down to its base, which is the prior resistance to phase one. We'll talk about a price in a minute, but I do want to illustrate one huge clue that you can use to really cheat the system. This has been like clockwork every 6 months for Bitcoin for a while now, since 2021. This is crazy. Every 6 months, we have a stochastic RSI cross up on the weekly. These are huge events. Nobody covers them. I don't know why. Every 6 months, we have this cross. Look, and it happens to be every one of Bitcoin's biggest moves. You look here, 2021, July, weekly cross, we went from about $30,000 up to $69,000. Then here we go, another weekly cross right here, where Bitcoin was at about 32. We went from 32 all the way up to 48. Then another weekly stochastic RSI cross, like clockwork, every 6 months. First one, July 2021. Second one, January 2022. Third one, July 2022. Like clockwork, every 6 months. And these are all the biggest moves, right? You go to the next one, December 2022, market bottom. We were at about 15,000. We went from 15,000 all the way up into phase one, where it was like 31,000, right? Then we had another stochastic RSI cross. Our most recent one was September of 2023. where we were at a measly price of about 25,000. We went from 25,000 almost up to 50,000. All of this right at the point where we had a stochastic RSI cross on the weekly. Why do I tell you that? Look at where we're at now. We have the orange line on top. When the orange line is on top, price is generally going down. When the blue line is on top, generally price is going up. It's that simple, right? We have the orange line on top. Not good. Price is generally going down. Our momentum is going down. Not up for debate. Momentum is heading down. But the good news is we are rounding out. We're going to come down here. We're going to round out, and then we're going to have a stochastic RSI cross up. The good news is we have a very good idea of when that will happen, and we'll get to that in a moment. And we have a very good idea of where this price could be at, and we'll get to that in a moment. Let's get to this one first. When will it happen? Well, we talked about that 70-ish days of when we'll reach our potential bottom. Let's look at where that could be. 70-ish days from now is kind of in the middle of February. So if we look, okay, somewhere around in the middle of February, one could say that we'll likely have a stochastic RSI cross up potentially in February, if not March. I want you to watch February, March for this weekly stochastic RSI cross up, which is, I'm not your financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Watch February and March for a stochastic RSI weekly cross, which happens every 6 months on record for years now, and all of which appear to be an incredible buying opportunity. Right? With that said, once we get down to our market structure, expect the RSI to be in the 50s. Right now it's in the 60s, expect it to be towards the 50s. Also expect price to really play out. That bearish divergence that's been forming is strong, and it hasn't really shed its wings yet. It's likely to really take form in February. All right. So what I want you to do with price is, with price, expect expect a fall further in price for Bitcoin. We have these huge wicks, which we covered last week, which are not good. We have bearish divergence playing out before our eyes. We have our market structure. We have the stochastic RSI. And luckily for us, we have our market structure resistance of phase one, which is right before our eyes. I mean, you're looking at the top of it is at about 32 and the bodies are at about 30. So could Bitcoin see a price between 30 and 32? It could. What is more likely is below 35, right? As I told you in past videos, if you put a buy order in, even if we hit 30, it's going to be for seconds or minutes. Your order will not get filled at 30. It's likely your order will not get filled at 31. It's likely your order will not get filled at 32. Even 33, 34 will be a gamble, right? A more safer bet, a smarter bet would be around 35 to enter the market. And here is why. A, your order is going to get filled, and B, you're level-headed now. You're not worried about these couple $1,000 differences. You're more worried about getting your order filled, placing a smart, wise decision, and one that you likely can double your price. Meaning, if you invest at 35, it's highly probable Bitcoin's going to 70. So you will double your money. Most people are like, here's how to 10x and 100x your money. That's such BS. In this market, at this stage in the market, it'll be nearly impossible to 100x your money. It's such BS. Just please listen to that advice, because you will get burned, or you're going to know several friends that got burned. Just remain level-headed. But that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin. Hit that subscribe button, put a thumbs up on this video, and go get that huge trade alert. I'll see you right back here in the next one. To show love, I'm making a free altcoin trade alert bonus video. This will be emailed directly to you if you're on my email list. If you're not, you better sign up right now. It takes 3 seconds and it's free. On top of that, for free, you're also going to get behind the scenes charts that are not shown here on YouTube. And as you love, altcoin trade alert setups that are not shown here, emailed directly to you every week for free. No hidden charges, none of that BS. Just awesome stuff for free. Go to cryptocrewuniversity.com. Again, that's cryptocrewuniversity.com. Don't miss out on this.